all the mystery lovers out there will get a kick out of the book I have in my hands right now. Stairway to the Bottom was written by one of our favorite authors down here in the Keys, Michael Haskins. He's joining me on the show right now this morning, and the reviews for this book are out, and they're saying that this might be one of Michael's best books yet. Michael, I'm very excited to start talking with you about Stairway to the Bottom.
Thank you. I'm glad to be here.
Yes, thank you for being on the show, Michael. And now could you give our viewers a little summary of the book?
Well, it's the fifth in the series of McMurphy Mysteries. It's the third one set in the Florida Keys, McMurphy Key West Mystery. And it's pretty much takes him out of character, because all the people that have supported him in the earlier mysteries, he finds them lying, and he ends up looking for support from an ex-drug runner, which we have a few here, and a cartel attorney, and the lies bring the Mexican cartel, which is in a major war now in Mexico, here. Obviously because we don't have that type of situation here, so I have to find it and I bring it here. And it's his battle to find the truth. And his life pretty much changes after the story.
Wow. And now, Michael, what I like about your books is that a lot of times the characters are based on real-life people, right?
Well,
real names.
Yeah, a real-life people. What I do is, well, a number of my friends say, oh, can I be in your book? And what I do is I may draw their physical aspects, and then I give them aspects. I have a friend that I put in the book, and he's not a Navy SEAL, and he hasn't been to these countries, but I'll put a character in the book that has all this. I have the Black Bag character, then the second main character of the book, Norm, was a friend of mine in California, and he has boxing associations, but he has none of the black bag things. He has none. This stuff I picked up from other people, especially that I met through Giadif and JSOC and some of those people, and they read the stories and give me corrections for when I'm wrong, which is, most of us, you look at guns, you look at the TV shows, and most of them are wrong. So I try to get this as authentic as possible as far as the island, the establishments, and the atmosphere.
Well, you do a great job.
Thank you
do a
very
great
much.
job of that. And let's tell our viewers about your main character, McMurphy.
McMurphy was a journalist, or I guess he still is a journalist, but he was a full-time journalist in Central and South America during the civil wars there. And when they died up, he covered the drug cartels. Because of some of his activities, a lot of this is discussed in the first book called Revenge. His girlfriend gets killed because of him. So he takes off on his boat, and his buddy Norm, who keeps him out of trouble, or gets him out of trouble, sailed down through the canal with him and then left him on his own. And he ended up in Key West, and he just thought this was the place. And he lives on his boat. Now he has another girlfriend.
Oh.
So who would make it complicated is the younger sister of his college roommate. So
that is a little complicated.
Yeah, it gets a little complicated. And the other thing that I added to Murphy that is a challenge to me is I made him a redhead, so that a lot of things that he gets into, you can't find an easy escape from it. If he was a blonde or a brunette, or if he shaved his head. He's redheaded and he has a beard, a red beard. So he kind of stands out. So it's a challenge to accomplish his goals, and yet he stands out in a crowd. I mean, how many redheads do you see running around Key West?
Not a lot.
Yeah. So that was a challenge that I wrote myself into the corner with.
Okay. And now, Michael, you briefly touched on some of your other books that are in the McMurphy series. What's different about Stairway to the Bottom than the others?
Stairway to the Bottom, I unite the Cold War spies who are in search of diamonds, right? And I involve Whitey Bulger, the Boston Irish gangster, who got captured when I was half done with the book. the book started with looking for Whitey because of his money. So then he got captured, and 16 years on the run. He couldn't wait for one more year, and so I had to rework it, which wasn't difficult because it was still the money. And the Cold War people think that the beginning of the book, the Dick Walsh in it, is a Cold War spy, and everybody else thinks he's Whitey Bulger's henchman. So there's some humor as the CIA shows up, and the agents are Ted Williams and Jimmy Pearsall. Well, they were two old Boston Red Sox players.
Okay.
The French show up. The French Secret Service shows up, and I have a guy named Frenchie who wants to be American, and he'll eat French fries and hamburgers, and the other two agents with him are at Schooner Wharf, and they don't even want to. They smell the food. So I had a lot of fun with the different characters.
Okay, well, this book sounds so interesting, and hopefully our viewers can pick up a copy and visit Michael online on his website,
Oh, I see.
michaelhaskins.net. So check him out and pick up your copy of Stairway to the Bottom. Thank you, Michael,
Well, thank
for being
you for
with
having
me this
me.
morning. We're going to be right back after this with Tim Bergen from the Key West Sail and Power Squadron.